Hi there, I'm Tidikiri, and we are looking at Encased, a sci-fi post-apocalyptic RPG. It was in early access for a while, but now since the 7th of September, it's actually out as a version 1. It's been developed by Dark Crystal Games, published by Prime Matter, and it's a tactical sci-fi RPG that's set in an alternative 1970s universe. Let's have a look. We can pick what to do. Do we want to play in story mode, journey, classic, or tactics? Story is simple and relaxing. Journey is medium difficulty, but still with a focus on exploration. Classic, hard mode for people who have been playing RPGs for a long time and love challenges. And then tactics, very challenging for those who want to test their skills. I think I'm going to be okay with journey. I don't play RPGs too often because usually RPGs are with a camera that I can't just play with because it makes me sick. So let's go. Some more details. Okay, so here you actually have, what happens. So death store status doesn't have a cooldown, so we cannot die. Does that mean it? I can carry more. Okay, there's hunger, thirst, and fatigue. Interesting. Well, let's have a look. I'll take it.
1971. We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome. The Dome. A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the Dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the Dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spire station was built on top of the Dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the Dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people.
Sure, sign me
In
up.
1976, your application was approved, and you went under the Dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell.
I don't understand. So people can't get out, but artifacts can? Why? Where is the difference? Does, I don't know, plot holes? I mean, maybe it will be explained later, but no, it doesn't make any sense right now. Who are we? Does that change the attributes? It does. Okay. I can edit the character. What does that mean? We'll create a protagonist, plunge into the adventures under the Dome. We need to choose a name, select the wing in which they work, the portrait, and adjust the physical appearance. Okay. So those are predefined ones in case I don't want to do that myself, apparently. Sure. Okay. There's no selection where I see all of them. I have to click through them, which is slightly annoying. But it's okay. Quickly look at that. I like her. Name is going to be Kiri. Age. Does it matter? Oh, 18 is the youngest. Okay, so I wanted to be 17 because 17, that's all right. Let's be 18. No, let's be 19. Close enough. Female, sure. Body type, woman. I like that kids changed this despite the gender being different. Also, there's other. I love this. This is really cool. Perfect. Head type. She has a piercing in her nose. Asian, Caucasian, African. Cool. Couple skin types. What about the hair? Can we rotate this? Yes, yes, okay. Right hair. Perfect. Features, what's that? Okay, so that's a piercing. Ear piercings now. I'm not sure what is happening. Oh, now she has one in the eyebrow and ears. Sure, sure, okay. Featured color. What is changing? I don't see anything. So the character creation screen could definitely be better because I don't see what's changing here. Why not make this a drop down or just, you know, I don't know, tell me what this is about. Cronus wings. Okay, the blue wing. What does that do? Starting bonuses. Got. All right, so what is this? The dome lay dormant for centuries and came to life only with the arrival of people. Today, this region is a gigantic 30,000 square kilometers construction site with thousands of cars, snow-white cities, and a network of motorways spanning the inhospitable desert. Cronus is rightfully proud of its world-class infrastructure, built from the ground up thanks to the hard work and the knowledge of the employees of Blue Wing. Snow-white cities sounds perfect. Cronus is divided into wings. There are 5 departments engaged in different activities. Choosing a wing affects the background of my character, starting attributes, initial equipment, and answer options and dialogue. Good. Silver wing. Find experts who can suss out the best solutions to every problem. Equip workers with the right tools and ship necessary materials where they need to go. Every base built and every successful expedition is a testament to the hard work and deep wisdom of Silver Wing managers. Blackwing. Using the most powerful weapons and advanced military equipment, the employees of the Blackwing protect humanity from the myriad hazards of the dome. Blackwing's command is made up of the best officers from the most highly trained armies in the world, who coordinate their subordinates to provide maximum security for everyone from every wing on the dome. Orange. Every person deserves a second chance. I see. Especially those willing to make amends for their crimes by working for the betterment of humanity. Orange Wing was created especially for these people. Its employees are everywhere, providing every kind of domestic service, from cleaning and delivery to manufacturing and construction. There's a lot of work to be done under the dome, and every employee of Orange Wing will find a way to make their own contribution. The White Wing. It is often said that the time of great discoveries has now passed. Preposterous. Just like Galileo and Newton, White Wing employees are launching a new era of science. They represent the best minds of humanity, working diligently in laboratories, equipped with the most modern tech to uncover the mysteries of an ancient civilization. I like the Blue Wing because snow-white cities. And sure, infrastructure, why not? So, starting bonuses, guts, constitution, stamina, health. Learnability is increased, melee weapons, contraptions, and tech. Sounds okay. Attributes. Oh gosh. We're gonna sit here for a long time. Each character has attributes, of course, basic physical or mental characteristics. The higher the value, the greater the advantage. Of course, that makes sense. After selecting the wing, attribute points are distributed automatically, but you can redistribute them. But I don't really need to. We're just gonna go with the standard, but we've got muscle here, perception, guts, charisma, brains, deftness. Okay, dexterity and reaction time, fortune, and psych. Okay, secondary stats, we've got lots here too. Hit points, regeneration, learnability, and so on. Resistances. We can even scroll down here, so there's action points, skills for different types of weapons, contraptions again, tech, science, survival. Alright. Characters have a variety of skills that reflect their prowess in specific areas, be it handling different types of weapons, applying medicine, or repairing equipment. We recommend choosing 2 applied and 1 combat skills. I can select everything that I want to already. One combat. Okay, here we've got combat. Here we have applied. So one combat to apply is what they suggest. I'm already better in this. What if we pick this? Because we already know a bit about this. Bionics, though. Abilities of the mind. Ooh. I'm the weakest in that. I would assume that the science people have more points here. Making holes in people from a distance with a little help from your loyal friends. Pistols, shotguns, and submachine guns. Nah, that works out. Active ability. Okay, so I have abilities now. Crippling shot. Ouch. Arrow to the knee. What about applied? I actually have no idea why this is white. Because I don't have a lot of points here. Survival. What about this? Ability to assess danger. Avoided is useful. What? The ability to assess danger and avoid it is useful both in the wilds of the desert and in the mysterious catacombs of the forefathers. Well, isn't that interesting? What else do I have? Lots of points of tech. Surrounded by mechanical electronical devices. I think that makes sense because I come from the infrastructure world, right? So what about tech? And then another one would be... Sure, survival. Why not? Oh, it's just because that was selected. Ah. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Traits. We can choose one personality trait for them, for the character. It has pros and cons and is entirely optional. Okay. Currently, we have Redneck chosen. You grew up on a farm and years of daily physical labor made you tougher. But digging through the dung day by day, you rarely found time to develop as a person. Wow, hey, you can be a vampire. Interesting. There's a poorly researched mental disorder, okay. Gun fanatic. Less initiative. Oh, even more for weapons. Dark Lord. Could be a Dark Lord. Cool. Don Quixote. That which also don't even know what that is. Slacker, Prodigy, Slowpoke. Intuition, Thrill Seeker. Oh, but then we have to play with less health. I mean, it might happen, right? Close quarter damage not good if we have an affinity for guns. Survivor. Penitent one. That's a lot of changes here. Salieri. Work hard by taking force. Take by force what is given to others from birth. I see. I think I'll go perks rate. The number of levels to get a new perk point. Oh, I see. I mean, whatever. Sure, we're a redneck. Totally. Great, your character is almost complete. Now double check the data and confirm your choice. The dome and its many secrets await. Yeah, okay, sure. Blue wing. Redneck is the perk. Attributes, they were just randomly, or not randomly, but default for that wing. The abilities to choose. Okay, here we go. Let's start the game then. That didn't even take that long. Transportation pod. Conversations. Interacting with different characters is an important part of the game. To start dialogue, click on the character, and if they are set to talk to you, a dialogue interface will show up. From conversations, you can find out valuable plot information, clues, and even receive tasks. Choose your lines carefully. Careless words can cause resentment or provoke a fight. I do not like the screen shake, but I assume we're in some kind of elevator. What's going on? I received a scanner, a combo reset thingy, inactive selectron, that letter from Cronus. What the hell? Alright, Monty James.
A guy wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand.
Monty James, Silverwing.
He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting, and your CV, wonderful. Inspiring, really.
Oh, okay.
When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its advantages.
Monty winks.
Wow. I'm not sure if I like him. Alright, if I went a silver wing now, I'd have a different answer. Okay, what do you see? What do you see in my profile?
Monty makes a ring with his thumb and forefinger.
You were number 63,784 on the waiting list, but you were lucky enough to get into the dome after only 16 months. Besides that, zero, nada, absolutely nothing. You're a dark horse for both the Foundation and myself. How exactly did you end up in this wing?
So we're interesting because he basically doesn't know anything about us. Okay. So I've got blue wing answers. Tell him that I'm a good mechanic, good at computers, or that I'm fond of technology, comics, sci-fi. Okay, let's say we're into finding myself such a place. All right, I'm just good at computers, and the most advanced hardware in the world is to be found under the dome.
The silver shakes his head.
Honestly, I envy you. Yeah, I do. I understand pretty much nothing about computers. A typewriter is more my speed. How do you keep track of all the different commands? I have no clue how anybody could ever get adjusted to it.
I thought he was a smart guy.
An uncomfortable silence rises between you, and Monty abruptly changes the subject. He taps the narrow illuminator panel with one finger.
Look, there's a storm rising. The lightning is strange. Green. Should lightning be green? This is my first sandstorm.
Well, I don't know, so I'm just gonna leave. Just not rude at all, right? Totally not. What am I seeing in the interface? Except for that everything's shaking. So this is apparently my character. What do we have here? Character, quest, inventory. Do I have anything? Because I got stuff. The scanner. For scanning relics, dead bodies, mechanisms, and more. Favorite toy of the White Wing. Okay. Combons? Currency. Okay. Got money. Inactive selectron. Electronic key for doors. That letter from Cronus. Dear candidate, please accept our sincerest congratulations. From this day forward, you are officially part of the Cronus ranks. Our foundation is not merely the wealthiest and fastest growing company in the world. Above all, it is an organization of people. Brave soldiers, astute scientists, talented engineers, brilliant managers, and other employees. These people form a huge but cohesive team. We hope you will soon find your own place in it, and make some new friends along the way. We are all united by a common goal. We believe in a bright future for every human being on Earth, and we're prepared to work hard to achieve it. Thank you for joining us. Only one page. Okay. Good. Map. We're in a transportation pod. There's the dome, but I don't know anything about the dome yet. I get experience. I'm not sure if that was from the conversation I had now or from the reading the letter. I really, really, really don't like the screen shake. There is no option to turn it off though. Well, so it turns out you can scroll down here. I was looking through the settings with carry difficulty. You can scroll down here and then there is camera shake setting. We can turn this off, so I apologize. You can actually turn screen shake off. Thank you very much for implementing that, developers. Unfortunately, I only noticed after the recording, so we're going to continue with screen shake now.
The orange is dressed in a new jumpsuit. The shiny badge on his chest reads Quentin Bisley, laborer.
So we just need to quickly get out of here.
He's side-eyeing the screen skeptically. Despite his tired, grim expression, his gaze is open and friendly. However, the general impression is unmistakable. There's something frightening about Bisley.
Oh, right, because orange is prison. I'm gonna ask about the bracelets on his wrist.
Quentin raises his hands to examine the devices.
They call them humane handcuffs. How about that? Truth is, there ain't nothing humane about them. They zap you real hard the moment you get your hands on a gun. But they sure look nice.
Bisley lowers his hands again and smirks.
So how do you end up in prison?
The orange's face stretches into a broad smile, baring his dentures to the world.
Like everyone, duh. In a black car, under guard.
I like him.
There's other guys, too. The ones who go through the front door.
He nods at the black-winged woman beside him. Her nose wrinkles in displeasure, but she says nothing.
Okay, really funny. So this is the guard then.
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished to a shine badge on her black overalls reads, Elsa Olafson, Security Service. She glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange.
So what's so dangerous about this orange? Also, isn't that rude? This orange, not even calling them by name?
I just follow orders. Even if his crime was embezzlement, I have to keep him cuffed. Those are the rules.
Olafson shrugs in a sharp, mechanical way, as if racking the slide of an assault rifle.
Our friends from the administration didn't deign to inform me about this man's record. Could be I'm escorting a serial killer. It's corporate policy, you know.
She gives the silver a vengeful look.
Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. There's another blue person.
A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the construction site below through the occasional break in the clouds. His badge reads Igor Patan, Planner. The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English.
Well, I don't have 20 influence, so I'm just gonna be rude and not look out the window. Okay. Yeah, I was looking forward to having another one from my wing here, but okay.
The thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is slightly fogged with her breath. She turns to you. Her shiny badge reads Tomoko Kimura, physiologist.
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so thrilling.
The white presses small hands to her blushing cheeks.
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask.
Okay. So, did you see the dark stain on the outer surface of the dome?
Kimura peers through the glass in the direction you indicate.
Oh, that's the aircraft that crashed into the dome during the first expedition. I believe that's a wing fragment, and there's some white canvas. What do you think that is? Maybe a parachute?
The white shakes her head, bewildered.
I just can't believe it. It's all true. We're on our way to meet the future.
What do you mean by we've crossed the border?
Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right? To put it simply, the dome is a selectively permeable environment.
The white draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
Ah, gotcha. Thank you for explaining that, because that kind of bothered me, because I didn't know. I'm not good with science, so... Okay. I just, why are things happening like that?
Kimura is eyeing the dome's mesh, glittering in the sunlight.
Supposedly, it's something to do with the atmospheric composition, but it's a weak theory. The difference of the air within the dome is so insignificant as to fall within the margin of error. Or to put it more simply, there is no difference.
She shoots a quick glance at the silver and lowers her voice.
I heard a rumor, or a conspiracy theory, that we can leave the dome at any time. We've simply been told we can't.
Oh.
If you ever decide to test this hypothesis, don't forget to leave me something in your will.
That makes so much sense, though, that would be a rumor going around. All right, I've talked to everybody. Here we've got the log of what happened. Just gonna go for general here for now. Okay. So, shall we use the door? Can I really leave here?
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches.
I like the artwork. It's very beautiful.
It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. It almost seems like the clouds are pulling apart there. Your eye is drawn to the cluttered eastern section of the dome, where you see a block of warehouses and something resembling an observation deck. The real dome doesn't resemble its image from the ads at all. There are no snow-white cities or vast highways to be seen here. Looking more closely, you can make out a single, lonely road leading north. A few sheds, a radar installation, and the glittering antenna of a radio tower emerge from the mists. Yes, engineers will have plenty of work here.
I'm sad. I was promised snowy cities. I want to leave.
Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. You freeze by the window, unable to avert your gaze.
Well then, I'm gonna stay at the window and watch the whirlwind till the landing.
The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole. The capsule shudders as the braking devices engage.
Ooh, I really like the voice acting. This is cool. And it's also nice that you don't have to read everything yourself. Oh god, more screen shake. Alright, let's get out. I want to get away from a screen shake, please. Camera control. We can rotate with E and Q, zoom in and out. Camera is not tied to the characters. I can move it around, I can pan. But I can return back with tab. This is the furthest zoomed out. Furthest zoom in. I'm just gonna move away here and hopefully get rid of the screen shake. Hello.
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve. A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
During that storm, it's really impressive to still smell the washing powder.
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars.
Okay, sure, yeah, I'm gonna take the binoculars and look where it's pointing.
You raise the binoculars to your eyes.
So it's really cool.
Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering green light and flashes rhythmically, and that rhythm seems to form a complicated pattern. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message.
What kind of message is it? Okay, what can we say? Stop watching and look at the horizon. I'm gonna ask what I'm looking at.
I don't know.
Ludovico laughs unnervingly and snatches the binoculars from your hands.
Right.
With the binoculars raised to his eyes, he minutely adjusts the focus.
It's a massive whirlwind north of Concord, and not merely some desert sandstorm. That's an anomaly. I hope it lasts long enough for me to make a proper observation.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna stop watching the storm and look at the horizon.
Without tearing your gaze away from the binoculars, you turn around slowly, studying the dome's horizon. It's somewhat unexpected that the dome looks horribly empty. Your eyes find some construction pits dug directly in the sand, and concrete blocks laid beside them. There are almost no roads, or not sealed ones. Only one highway with yellow surface marking stretches among the sand drifts.
So what does scientific analyst export department mean?
The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this? This?
He lets out a blaring laugh. Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then the blues package them, silvers issue the documentation, and oranges move them to the cargo capsule. Just like the one you arrived in.
So I'll package relics. Cool.
Nazi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to Crystal Sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off and turned into money. It's not like I endorse this, but we all like ourselves a good paycheck, right?
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's amazing. But then you can look at the spire anytime. Now that sandstorm, that's what's truly amazing.
And I really look at that, so I'm gonna go. Thank you.
Nazi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for check-in. Your colleagues are already inside, and the storm is growing stronger.
Wow, you get me here?
Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The White mutters in fascination, eyes glued to his binoculars, which is fixed on the spinning whirl of clouds.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, what? The maelstrom is getting even stronger. Isn't it marvelous? You'd better get to the station. Don't forget to register or they won't let you on the bus. Okay, he shouts over the growing howl of the wind.
Have a good one.
Yeah, okay. So not everything's voice acted, apparently. Let's go in here. Follow my other, I don't know, transport pod mates. Gonna go to that building, check in, register, or I don't know. I know, it's still shaking. Oh, this is horrible. Throughout the game, you will perform various tasks, some of which lead you through the story, as well as others that reveal different aspects of life under the dome. You can always find out the task status and read the details in the data section. Yeah, okay. My story. This is my story. In the year 1971, in a stretch of an uncharted desert at the edge of the world, the dome, a structure of unknown origin covering a significant part of the wasteland, was found. Cronus Foundation was created to study the find and built a developed infrastructure to extract and research samples of technologies unknown to mankind. Scientists, mercenaries, romantics, and adventurers. That was the intro video, wasn't it? I've always been a good technician, so I was admitted to the Blue Wing. Good. After my arrival at Crystal Sands, I was escorted. So this is really just what I do. Okay, well, never mind then. Apparently, I've got 1 day for this quest. Newcomer to Concord. This is just a log. Your first task is to register. Okay, so this is my this is a bit weird, a mix of logs and quests. But okay, so this my first task is register at the reception. And then I'll get more instructions. Oh, and I'm actually tracking this, so okay. Sure. What's tracking mean? I don't see anything. Anyway. Hello. The young Blue is closely studying communications schematics in the Thesaurus. A bundle of wires is hanging from an open fuse box nearby. He smells strongly of cheap cigarettes. The shiny badge says, Tuyen Yeon, communications engineer.
good day.
He looks away from his screen, offering you a hand. Hello, can I help you? So what are you doing? Taps lightly on the screen. I'm trying to calculate the optimal route for telecommunication cables. These cables connect to the entire dome. Here at Concord, and they form a hub and run up to the spire. Yin's face turns very serious. This cable is the only thing connecting the dome to civilization, and if it happens to break... The engineer looks at you meaningfully. Therefore, my mission is to ensure a stable connection and secure line, which is impossible without proper documentation. The way they're doing it here is a shame. A person could do time for that back where I'm from. You can mollify him. I have right here to keep the local infrastructure from falling apart. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, you know, no, fear not, because I am here. Yin regards you with respect. He puts the communicator away in his pocket and points at the bundle of cables. Look at this shoddy work. First, the wires aren't shielded. Second, the signal is fading. Third, clearly this was done in an awful rush. No matter how much of a rush there was to finish this, such negligence is unacceptable. But I'm not surprised. This is the predictable result of using forced orange wing labor. Do you have any questions for me? Yun fixes his collar, where it's cutting into his neck. Opinion about Concord. Concord is the village settlement where we are right now. Yun tucks his blue collar cutting into his neck. The idea itself is impressive. The execution suffered some failures. It's obvious the capitalistic system is obsolete and cannot support such grand-scale projects. Well, I've learned everything that I wanted to know. I'm not going to bother you anymore. Yun bids you farewell with a firm handshake. Thank you for understanding. I'm not used to getting distracted and sloppy, especially on such an important issue. He returns to the calculation on his carrier screen.
I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, see you later. There's a drinks vending machine. Okay, we can get cherry-flavored show soda, beef-flavored noodles, morning dunes lager, dark secret stout, and wayward cigarettes. I think I'm alright. I'm gonna walk away. I can search the trash. Is this Pokemon all over again? A handful of earth. Isn't that great? Sooner or later it accumulates in the pockets of anyone who likes digging in flower pots. Scissors. I don't think I need to grab earth, but I'll take the scissors. Oh. I can't close windows with escape. Empty beer bottle. Without its contents, it's of no interest. Okay. It is returnable. Wait. We're gonna start a recycling thing here. Who are you? Oh, Monty James again.
Right, Mr.
Silver, wearing thick... Oh, we know that. A large suitcase rests at his feet with a leaflet about the dome perched on top. Okay, so I'm kind of sad that not everything is voice acted. Because it started out really cool, but I suppose that's a bit too expensive, isn't it? Oh, it's you. How do you like the inside of the dome? Yeah, I don't know yet. I've just been in one room. Can't say yet. Monty stares moodily down at a suitcase. My first impression is unfortunately not very positive. They forgot to add my name to the new recruits manifest. Can you imagine? I suppose I can try to register him somehow. Monty looks up from wearing a hangnail. Are you for real? That would be incredibly kind of you. Maybe my optimism about this place and the people working here was justified after all. You've evidently cheered him up quite a lot.
It was nice chatting.
I mean, I could say I could try, but I actually have no idea how to go about this. So... Against all protocols. Okay. Oh, I've already started doing bad things here. This is great. This looks like a restroom. What was that? Terminal. Oh yeah.
Your Selectron has not been properly authorized. Please visit the reception desk to register.
Alright, receptionist. Hello.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, haughty look. He waves impatiently at you to approach. The employee glances at you indifferently. His upper lip is ever so slightly curled in contempt.
All new employees must register first thing. Come up to the desk, please.
The nameplate on the desk tells you you're talking with Dean Rayhet, administrator. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Okay, we're gonna listen to the greeting.
Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh, crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder.
Would it make sense for all of the new arrivals to gather here and then only play this once?
Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhet, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible future for all mankind.
Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
Oh, Selectron. That's how it's pronounced. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm ready. Let's begin the registration.
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod.
I'm going to pass him a note upon which I've written out my information in advance, because I am prepared, of course.
The administrator squints at the paper in his outstretched hand before setting it next to the keyboard and entering the information into the database. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. Please pass me your Selectron so I can update the firmware.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Now you have first-level clearance for a Blue Wing employee. You have access to storage, the repair bays, and various workshops. Your Selectron also has a built-in universal key that opens the hatches accessing the air shafts.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details, or just the short version?
Let's go with a short version. I'm sure I'm going to be fine.
Rayhet snorts.
To make it short, get your uniform from storage, your weapons from the armory, pass the Psi abilities test, and complete your weapons training at the training zone. Then learn how to use the scanner, avoid anomalies, and properly catalog anything you observe. Last, go to the waiting room and wait for the bus to Magellan.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. That's a lot of information anyway.
Dean sits back in his armchair.
That's it. I hope there aren't any questions.
Please repeat. No, just kidding. No, I'm good. No more questions. Thank you.
Rayhet claps his hands in satisfaction.
Great.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
He seems way friendlier now than they made him out to be in the beginning.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
Kairos? I would not have pronounced it like that. Messages sent to you by various game characters are stored in the messages section of your Kairos. Okay, all new messages are in the inbox. How do I get there? Where's my Kairos? Where's my email program? Craft window. There's a craft window. Scan, bolt throwing, dig, force, throw of wrench, dismantling, dust in the eyes. Where is that? Kiri, you can't click on this. Character. Oh, messages. Here. Instructions for newcomers. Okay, so this is just my quest. Again, acquire the uniform. I have reputation. Hey, oh, this is cool. Now I know about the map. So we came through here. We're now standing there at the registration thing. Where is... Okay, those are people I can talk to. But I don't know... Those rooms don't have names. I'm not sure where the thing is. Where I get my uniform from. That one. The storekeeper, Sydney Maynard. The Concord Station Storage. Maynard. Okay, just through the door here. But first I'm going to check the terminal, see if we can register him. Throughout the game, you will often have to interact with various computers. Terminals contain useful information, allow you to turn on disabled mechanisms and open locked doors. If you accidentally or intentionally killed one of the main characters, then information on how to progress further in the game can almost always be found in the terminal. Accidentally killed someone? Whoops. Cronus logo flickers pale blue on the terminal display. Okay, so I can register the poor dude, or I can register him in the orange wing. Oh, that'd be so funny. Shall I do that? What would Twitch chat do? Yes, we're gonna register Monty James in the orange wing and prank him. You have great fun registering Monty as a dangerous multiple murderer, assigned to Orange Wing and the promising career of dishwasher and porcelain sanitation. Oh no! After entering the false data, you press the send button. With a friendly beep, the system redirects you to the main menu. Main menu user page. Greetings, employee. Please enter a command to select an option. Download your personal mail to your carers. Read the latest Cronus news. Check your employment status. Log out. About the news, a mishmash of symbols fills the screen. Taking a closer look, you realize the characters represent a photo. The image depicts a flaming ball floating above the laboratory workbench. 3 figures stand behind it, scientists presumably, but you cannot make out their faces. If everyone wants to read this, 5 years of the future, humanity celebrates discovery of the Dome Day. I skimmed the article, mostly a chest-thumping exhortation on the supposed future of human civilization. Okay, what about my stats? Department Blue Wing, clearance level 1. Assignment, procedural actions. Receive uniform weapons. Okay, this is pretty cool though. I like that terminal thing. Shall I? My reputation changed. -5 with a silver wing. Oh no. Why was just a prank?
Mr. Rayhead,
Monty is sunk deep in thought and also in the cushions of the chair as you approach. He greets you with a slight nod but remains immersed in his reverie. Oh no, I can tell. Oh god. Oh god. What if he just, finds out at some point?
bye-bye.
If I don't tell you. Exploiting a security flaw in the terminal, you register Monty in the database. You decided it would be more fun to enlist him in the orange wing. Well, but if I don't tell him, this quest will not be done, so... crap. Silver turns ghostly pale. You what? You think this is a game, do you? Do you have any concept of the bureaucracy here? Do you know how many forms I'll have to fill out before... never mind that. He presses his fingers to his temples, and his head drops. Well, thank you. You were a big damn help.
See ya.
I think it was hilarious. Alright, what do we go with here? The hand dryer that I can use. Oh, status effect. Also, it made poof. Various actions, just eating food or taking medicine, may impose certain status effects on you. It can last for different times and be positive or negative. Some attacks and abilities can also apply a status effect that changes the characteristics of the target. For example, bleeding or poisoning will gradually reduce health, of course. Oh god, it looks like I saw the shaking here. Gender scare. Well, it's a weapon, mop, disinfectant, hair blanc soap. I'm gonna steal everything. I can search a broken toilet. Well, yummy. Oh, a lockpick in the toilet. Plastics. I can recycle it or use it to my advantage. That's not gross at all. Oh wait, this one's not broken. I got an achievement. True survival simulator, because I just used the toilet. I like that though, because usually, obviously we're gonna wash our hands. We drank something. Do I have stats on dry and warm, vigorous, relieved? That's good. No, wait. This one's not broken. This one's also not broken. I can use a mirror. I saw a mirror here. I wink at my reflection. Cool. I like this. Well, this is nicely done. Let's move on. Please use a public terminal to access your account. I've done that. What's on TV? Propaganda videos. Anna Leroy. Oh, there is Sydney Maynard. Hello.
How can I help?
You see a slim, cheekbony silver woman with a red warning lamp in her hands. On the label of her perfectly ironed suit is a badge that says, Anna Leroy, Administrator. The girl waves her lamp in the air, trying to attract some attention. Valued employees. According to the Administrative Order of September 14th, 1976, the waiting area may be accessed through the regular staff corridor. Please be advised that this rule does not apply to newly arrived employees. He pauses and begins to cough. Shit. I should cut down on the smokes. Good day, new employee. The silver nods like she's depressed. She seems to have just noticed you. Alright, well, can I go through the hall to the waiting room? Anna gives you a gentle poke on the chest with a warning lamp, forcing you to take a step back. Am I speaking gibberish or what? This rule does not apply to newbies. You need to go through the training and... She begins to cough. Oh, I can persuade her to let me through because I don't need training. No,
I hope to see you again soon.
I do want the training, so let's go grab our uniform. Not before we search the container. There's nothing, okay. They're gonna so regret that they let me in here. Electrical equipment. Maybe I can craft something with it.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His gingery hair shines with something like brilliantine. His badge says, Sydney Maynard, storekeeper.
Oh, what a lovely angel. Came down from the heavens. Good morning, my lady. Is it something urgent? By the way, my name's Sydney. My friends call me Sid, though I prefer a different name. Want me to whisper it to you?
Oh,
He
smooth.
smiles languidly, leaning on his elbows against the counter. The effect is more laugh-inducing than playful. Never taking his gaze off you, he reaches under the counter, loses his balance, and clips his chin on the desktop as he falls
Oh
down.
no! Poor guy.
A full minute later, he reappears, grimly rubbing his jaw with a thick logbook. He thumbs through it for a long period, squinting nearsightedly. Eventually, he gives up the struggle and reluctantly puts on his glasses. The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
Now, this is your first uniform requisition, right? You can also purchase any equipment you need for the desert directly from me.
It's really cool. The profile pic here updated with his glasses now. I like that. Yeah, so can I please have my equipment?
Maynard smiles at you over his glasses, practically stripping you naked with his gaze.
Your
Dude,
voice
that's
is
a bit too much.
enchanting, my lady. I could listen to it forever. Right now, you need to listen to me. I am going to give you some instructions. These are the rules.
All right. Oh, I'm listening.
Sydney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted, or suffer the effects of a dangerous anomaly. You may also freeze to death or get fried.
Sounds lovely.
That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged, and the more it's damaged, the more often one has to repair it.
The Silver steps back from his counter to indicate the repair kit boxes piled in the back of the warehouse. He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base, of course, but they're not always available. So, you'd better learn how to use repair kits and workbenches on your own. It's a useful skill.
Also, I am Blue Wing, right?
Sydney leans on the counter again and throws you a lazy wink.
No one would ever say no to a cutie pie like you, though. Those are all the instructions, by the way. Shall we get to the giving part now?
Yes, then please give me my equipment. Thank you.
The Silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with a small package. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows you a brand spanking new uniform. Sydney half unfolds the clothes. A jacket, high boots, and turnip pants with patch pockets.
The technician's uniform screams function over fashion. Parts of the uniform are rubberized to protect you while working with electricity.
He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase
Oh,
from
come
me.
on.
Please bear in mind that a full set includes headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
Why do you have to purchase
Sydney
it?
hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
All right, like, what do you have to say?
Sydney waggles his eyebrows.
Anything up to a star in the sky, my dear. Here, take a look.
Trade is important. We can also barter. All right. Anything up to a star in the sky, my dear? Here, take a look.
Sydney leans on the counter.
Honestly, lady, I'd sell you this entire place and give you an incredible discount if I could. But I'm not the one who sets the prices.
I can buy cheap gloves. All right, so I have soap. Oh. The mop. That's great. I just run around collecting everything and then I sell it back to the people here. Hilarious. I'm not sure if I need it. Probably not. Scissors. It is returnable. Oh wait, it doesn't do anything here. Okay, never mind. Might need this for crafting. Work gloves. Actually, +5 tech. I could get that. 150. Like, the helmet is way too expensive. Oh, here's one. Energy resistance. Biochemical heat. Cryogenic. Why not? Oh, but I can't afford both. Gloves and a... Okay. Isolate it. +10 contraptions. Soldier's gloves. Work gloves. I mean, I am an engineer, right? Let's go with this. We're only gonna sell that. I'm gonna keep the soap. I'm gonna sell the soap. I don't need it. Why does that not work? Wait. Well, obviously add my money. Okay. Accept. How can I purchase this? Oh, I had to equal it out. Oh. I don't... What? Where'd the money go? What? I'm so confused. I wasn't paying attention, apparently. Because I thought I sold him that. I didn't get any money. What? Okay, wait. So if we... Transfer all. Okay. If I sell this... Five. What is happening? I don't understand. So I sold him that, but I didn't get anything. Maybe because I stole it from them. In any case, let's just get cheaper gloves then. How about this for initiative? Initiative gloves. Okay, so can I have this? 25. Okay. I think it made me pay for that. I'm so confused. Weird stuff happened. Anyway.
The silver follows you with his gaze.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm gonna go back and watch this myself then. Alright. We can double click to equip this. Gloves. So all I need now is a helmet, right? Does that go anywhere? No. Here, this is my weapon. I'm gonna run around with a mop. Alright.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna,
Oh.
did you mark it as class 1 again instead of 2? Look,
They're below me.
here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device.
Wait, but it's still class 1.
What are we doing here? We can sit here. We can... Oh, there's a new person. Okay.
Katarzyna, my dear, you may violate protocol as long as it benefits the company. Take your lead from
We
your
could
client.
talk to you.
Correct your report if you have to.
Moving between locations. The game world is vast and divided into many separate locations, some of which may be temporarily inaccessible. Transitions between locations usually look like doors sealing off a darkened area, hatches, or specially marked areas. If the way is free, click on them, and the character will open the portal and move through.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot.
Sure.
They'll take the appropriate measures.
We can steal a piece of cloth and another mop. Gonna get the mop. I'm gonna go back now and try selling this because I'm so confused about it.
Class 2 fragile. Tell Noyan the relic should go out with today's flight.
So if I sell this, do I get money?
Sydney playfully smooths down his hair.
All right, what do you have for
wags
sale?
Sydney, leans
Maybe he
on
doesn't
the
buy
counter.
anything.
Honestly, lady, I'd sell you this entire place and give you an incredible discount if
Oh,
I could.
I
But I'm
gave
not
him
the
that
one
for
who sets the
free.
prices.
Oh, this is so stupid. Okay. Well. That's alright. Well, I know how it works now.
The silver fall.
Right. You just got that for free. Yeah, well. You are welcome, I suppose. Now we're going to talk to Margarita Tashenko. Okay, hello.
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this tall, portly woman from a meter away. A black lacquered pipe, an open logbook full of signatures, and a metal flip calendar sit on the counter in front of her. A small nameplate reads, Margarita Tkachenko. The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand and casually lights her pipe.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Her voice is deep and gravelly.
I'd like to have a weapon, please.
Margarita thumbs back a couple of pages in her logbook.
I see. This was your first receipt.
I didn't know that. Did I hand something over?
She glances at her Kairos, looks at you, snorts, and retreats to the shelves. A couple of minutes later, Tkachenko returns holding a small pistol.
Oh, she's probably snorting because of the mop that I'm carrying with me as my
She
weapon.
puts the gun on the counter and strokes the Bakelite grip with a strange affection.
Pistols are good. Not for everyone. One needs a special skill set.
Pretty sure I have that.
The Black draws the slide with a snap, pops out the magazine with an almost imperceptible movement, and slams it back in place.
It's reliable. Has a nice heft, too, so even if it jams, you can always smack him on the head with it.
Tkachenko slides the pistol across the counter.
All right. I'm gonna accept it carefully with the barrel aimed downward, like I was trained to.
Margarita drags on her pipe and releases a puff of thick, yellow smoke.
I see you know the rules and won't cause problems.
Exactly, because guns are no toy. Oh, alright. What about servicing the weapon?
The Black points at a poster on the wall behind her.
Can you see what's written there? Clean and oil. I have nothing to add.
Alright, what about the drawbacks?
Tkachenko tamps down her tobacco.
Nice accuracy, but the stopping power is too low to call it a killing machine. Still, it's an all-around excellent weapon.
Alright, thank you.
The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive only rubbish. If you want the real deal, check out the weaponry shop. Or me. Wait a minute. Sign your name here in the meantime.
Margarita reaches under her counter and produces a set of ammunition.
A new set of ammo is issued for every task, but there's so much bureaucracy you'll go daft. Expenditure report. Form number 16. Disposal form. The Silver's running true to form. So if you need more ammo, I recommend you either search or barter for it. Or learn how to craft it on your own. These are useful skills. Trust me.
That sounds good.
Leaning over the counter, the Black points somewhere off to one side.
Now it's time for your training. Botherby is already waiting for you by the big gate. He's a bit dotty, but a good man nonetheless. But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his toothpicks. Be careful around him, though. Don't let him pitch you a line. Psychic my ass.
She winces in disgust.
Alright. Okay, in this game, there's several modifiable keys that will make my gameplay much more comfortable. Hold down shift to view a more detailed tooltip for one item. Hold control to attack characters and doors. Alt to highlight interactive objects and object lying on the ground.
Attention. Please handle relics
Okay.
carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Yeah, this is cool. Right. My training. So this is an armored door. I can't go through here. Well, I guess we're gonna go to weapon training. Oh, there's even numbers on the floor, so I know where I have to go. I didn't see that earlier. Can I search the safe? It has a red lock on it, but can I try anyway? Be kind, please. Don't touch this. It's mine. Of course. But I can search locker.
Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage,
Okay, there's nothing in here.
your life will be forfeit.
I always want to hit escape to get out of there, but that's not working. Inventory. Do I need to equip ammunition? Don't think so. What's that slot? I don't know. Well, I have my gun now. I still have the mop though. Hello.
A lean Silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar clamped in his teeth is sitting in front of you.
Oh right, the psychic first.
As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises an outstretched hand above the table. Something really weird happens. All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the air. The silver badge reading Andrei Mihai, Sci Instructor, floats up as well.
Okay. I'm gonna approach the table as if nothing unusual is occurring.
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out of his mouth and exhales a lush cloud of smoke.
Yeah, of course. I'm ready for the psionics briefing.
The Silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable for people with a high psyche to study psionics. Give me your hand.
Yeah, I don't think I'm good enough for that.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs your hand with strong, dark fingers. Andre gropes your hand with an expression of fierce concentration.
So, do you practice? Bells, bulbs, brushing mugs off the table, huh?
The Silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and passes it to you.
Look, a glove, right? But it isn't just a glove. This is an ooh mama, hold me tight glove. It takes energy from your noggin, your psyche, and pew, concentrates it.
He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole briefing. Simple? Simple. Now to your questions, huh?
Yeah, I have questions. What about psionics and its origins?
The Silver takes a pull at his cigar and releases a self-important puff of smoke.
Psionics. It's a gift for all of us. The forefathers took off someplace. Poof, gone. Only the dome remains. And this. Psionics, huh?
He rocks back in his armchair, puffing on his cigar. The toothpicks again slowly rise up from the table. Mihai spreads his dark hands. Toothpicks hover around his head in a kind of halo.
Scientists say everyone has an organic skill called psyche. You have it, I have it, everyone has it, huh? Big psyche, you got talents. Small psyche, no talents. You'll need to carry a lighter all your life.
Okay, well, show me a trick.
In reply, Andre jumps up from his armchair and thrusts his face close to yours, exhaling foul cigar smoke.
Quickly, think of a number, huh?
17.
The unexpected question calls a bunch of different numbers to mind, but you can't seem to decide on
No,
one.
17.
The Silver looks into your eyes.
3, 14, 13, 76.
He easily names every number you've got in mind.
Well, not 17, though. Okay, so I have this glove now. Spectre Psychokinetic Psy Glove. Alright, guess I'm gonna get rid of the mop then. Again. We've done the things here, okay. Not how it works though.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges.
Psy Shock.
The hell do they break locks for?
Okay.
As you reach to open the sliding door, an engineer in a bright blue jacket stops you.
Hold on there, Chief. It's out of order. See? You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
He offers you his hand. According to his badge, this is Maxim Penkovsky, technician. The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges, marking their territory. If you ask me, they're too gracious about those bastards in Crystal Sands.
Oh no, Monty's not gonna be happy with me. So can you open the door?
Penkovsky grunts angrily.
I wish I could. I'm gonna have to disassemble, clean, and reassemble it to get it working. It's work I don't need, and all thanks to some idiot.
Maxime extracts a thin, sharp precision probe from behind his ear and dangles it in front of you.
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
Yeah.
He looks at you expectantly.
I'd love to.
The Blue's getting excited.
All right, looky here.
You know, as an engineer, I think I should know that.
Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid of a screwdriver and a can opener into your hand.
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy. No special skill required. They wear out after a few locks. While the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely. Cheap, one use. But one has to know how to use it right. That's a tool for a master.
Maxime takes out another pick lock and crouches by the door. He gives you a quick lesson on how to pick a lock.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right there.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps all kinds of tools and gadgets.
I'm gonna have one too.
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals and so on.
Maxime hoists up his belt. The blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff if you can. Groovy produces good kits. Modus and Supercolor do too. They've all got fat contracts with Cronus, so they care about quality.
He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this than fixing hab pods. Those are a real pain in the ass.
What's wrong with the hat pods?
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
Because they're poorly made, warped from the heat, and the filters aren't worth a damn. The modules were constructed by marketing managers, not engineers. Building a city in the desert was also their idea. This project is all about PR. Cronus wants to show the world how tough they are.
Oh, I see. Throughout the game, you will come across locked doors or containers. Fortunately, they can be unlocked. Use right button on a locked door and select the desired ability from a list. To use the special lockpicks, the use of special lockpicks increases the chances of success, but those usually deplete rather quickly. In addition, you can break down the door with brute force, or if there is a terminal nearby, try to open the door with it. Okay, proceed. Use the door.
I repeat,
Examine.
Get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then...
What does that number do, by the way?
Apply it to the door. Yes. Apply is the
Lockpick. Tool
proper
required. Insufficient ability. Oh no. Trapping. Single shot. I thought you told me how it works.
I repeat.
Insufficient
Get a
ability.
lockpick and attach it to your
Oh, here we go.
utility
Lockpick.
belt. And
I can
then,
do this.
Apply it to the door. Yes. Apply is the proper word.
Requirements lockpicking 15, right? And it's red. Here it says lockpicking 40 and it's green. I am confused. Let's try the lockpick. Do I have the skill now or
You're
not?
doing great. All right, off you go. I'll keep working on this lock because of that orange. Hey-oh.
Alright, cool. Yeah, no, that worked.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology
Hello.
and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
It's a turret. Control panel. Holographic table. This is 5. Where's 4? 4 is over there. Okay. Empty locker. Bet that was in the other room. We've been there.
An amazing excursion.
Don't think I want to talk to everybody right now. Vacuum cleaner. Let's use it. Silent buzzing. Okay. Oh, there's more that we can sell. Trash bin over there. People are gonna be so weirded out by me just trying to do all of that. Trying to steal everything. Might be useful for crafting. Okay, I'll get the tin can. Oh, and then we're gonna talk to Winston Botherby.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. The buttons and zippers on his uniform are polished to a shine, and even his badge, Winston Botherby, instructor, has been buffed so much it hurts to look at it. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. You going to be late for your funeral as well?
Okay. Snap to attention and report that you're here for your assignment and want to receive instructions.
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received check mark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint me.
Wow.
You are prepared, right, employee?
Yes, I am prepared.
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to the doors.
Behind this door is a combat simulation computer. Launch it and begin your course.
He raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field. Your goal is to avoid getting lost and dying of dehydration. And try to aim the barrel away from yourself when shooting.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, The instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets. I'm going to monitor you and advise as necessary. And try not to burst into tears. That's all. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Alright, let's do that. Preparing for combat. Before entering combat, make sure you're prepared. Check you and your companion's health. Move your weapons from inventory to the hand slots. Load your gun if necessary. Prepare medicine to counter health damage. Consider the sequence of your actions and the direction of your attack. Or, well, let's make a bloody mess. Okay, I have not loaded my gun. Following text glows from a small amber-colored screen. Welcome to the Sherman Holographic Combat Emulation System. Please select a program. I'm gonna enter Alpha to initiate the Alpha Squad hologram. The picture slowly changes. Looking closely, you can see the lines being written one by one. Sherman system. Alpha Squad enters the battle. So I'm gonna proceed to the training zone. Okay, turn-based combat. The move sequence of your opponents, allies, and yourself is determined by initiative. Classic. Action points are spent on moving, using abilities, and attacking. Also classic. If after performing all your desired actions you still have some action points left, you can spend them on increasing your defense class by clicking on the cover button, or you can finish the current turn and save them for the next one. This is a nice feature, because not in every turn-based combat game can you actually save action points. Okay, so it's me and then there's 2 holograms. I did not load my... Is it? No, it is loaded. Never mind. Do I know what kind of weapon you have? Single shot, but that is what I do on you. 12 to 16 damage. It seems like you're just out of range. How many AP do I have? I have 9. Okay. How many do I need to attack? 3. Would go here. Still the same. Still looks a bit out of range. Okay, attack. Wow, he's mean. Not enough action points. Okay, I'm gonna duck. Okay. Oh, there's 3. I didn't see that. Am I being hit? Where's my health bar? My health bar is here. I don't think I got hit. In almost every battle, you are surrounded by interactive objects. Traps, pools of toxic goo, flames, or a barrel of fuel that can be blown up with a well-aimed shot. All this can give you an advantage, or conversely, complicate your life. Like... refrigerant barrel. I'm not sure if that's gonna explode or not. I want to know if it costs action points to swap weapons. It does not. Oh, so those are the action points. Right. 7 to 10 damage. I want to try this. Phew. Alright. Well, psionics are fun too. Okay, what's this? Trap discovered. Thunder electric mine. I'm gonna... defense. So I have 1 AP. No critical damage. I think I got... Did I get hit? Or does nothing happen because they're just holograms, right? That's probably it. I want to converse my... Oh, I want to conserve my ammunition. There we go. Oh, I leveled up. Lovely. Go here now. Yeah, it's... nothing happens because of that. Okay, good. So I'm gonna go... here. Oops. I just pressed 1. Didn't mean to. Can I stop this? What's that? Single shot. Formidable shot. Butt stroke. Excuse me. Boom. Lovely. Let's go talk to you again. How did I do? It's probably not going to compliment me. Dialogue with weapon drawn. Make sure that you don't have a weapon drawn when you start talking to someone. Nobody likes to have a gun poked in their face. Unequipping the weapon isn't necessary. Just left button, click the weapon icon on the panel at the bottom of the screen, and then the character will holster it on the back of the belt. Yeah, okay, I've done it. So I'm gonna reload my weapon. And we're gonna put it back. Oh, this is so nice.
Bartleby nods
makes sense.
grandly. You made it through training without making a total fool of yourself. Congratulations. I'll send a report up the chain about your completely unanticipated success. You're dismissed, employee.
Wow. Okay. So have a level up. What do I do? Skill point 17. This is amazing. Light weapons. Pistols and stuff. Sure. Gonna get a couple more points here. Heavy weapon. High tech. Psionics. I like psionics. I think I'm gonna level this. Okay. Cool. Right then. Number 5 was somewhere here. Here, medic.
An amazing excursion.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the laboratory floor. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. His shimmering silver badge reads Sebastian Van Olden. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand.
Alright, then I'm just gonna ask him to train me as quickly as possible.
The amiability in Van Olden's eyes winks out like a light. He looks at you coldly, but calmly.
My instructions will take as long as I deem necessary. I lecture, you listen. Am I clear?
I thought, you know, he wants to... How rude. I wanted to be nice and not waste any time with greeting him and just say, you know, let's get on with it. Okay, well, I'm ready to listen.
The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer.
It even sets a timer. Wow.
He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions. Within regulations, of course.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Kronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Interesting.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
It's really funny. Okay, so what are knowledge points? And what's the difference between two kinds?
The white scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all?
No.
What did you come under the dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Kronos knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch meaningfully.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, I want a list of useful medications for researching anomalies.
You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors, including ARAD-3.
The White ticks these off on his fingers. He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine. I'll give it to you as soon as we proceed to the practical part of the briefing. Are you ready, by the way, or do you have any questions?
Oh, I have questions. How to scan objects? I mean, I don't have a scanner, but how does it
Sebastian
work?
pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner, press the button on the right side of the manipulator housing. The scanning beam is narrow. It's intended to focus on one object at a time.
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, forefathers' objects, automatic doors, vehicles, vending machines, deceased employees.
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system, and you receive knowledge points. Do you have any questions, or can we proceed to the practical part of our briefing?
Okay. I need to scan everything.
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
What's the Minerva thingy?
Great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or do you have any more questions?
I have a question.
The instructor looks at his chronometer again.
How can I discharge an anomaly with bolts?
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single thing for you? Take a bolt, throw it at the anomaly, and it goes off. Any more questions?
I'm alright. So I'm ready to proceed.
The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time limit for questions. The next step is training in the artificial ecozone.
Wow.
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the Dome.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your ARAD-3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
Okay. So I am prepared. Do I need to go there? I think so.
Please stand by for decontamination to end.
Okay. Hello. I didn't say to follow, but I'm here. I have the scanning ability. To perform a scanning, select the ability in the panel, and then click on the object that you want to scan. For each successful scan, you receive knowledge points. Yes, we know that. Sort in the carriers that I can open with X. Oh, this is the scan. Right. Alright. Hello?
Van Olden gestures back at the ecozone.
You haven't completed scanning everything yet. Finish the task first.
You said 1 moment. Sorry, I thought you... Okay. Doesn't matter. Scanning. Still required. Okay. There's my scanner. How do I use it? Portable device for scanning relics, dead bodies, mechanisms, and more. Favorite toy of the White Wing, the main means of obtaining valuable scientific data in the world under the dome. Connects to your carriers and syncs with the database. Yes, but how do I use it? It's the only thing that's not red. Okay, well, I don't know. Do you have to go down? Oh, I might need to go down here. Wait, there's a med pack. Thank you. Okay, there's a secret. Requires a shovel. I don't have a shovel. Tool require. It says tool requires. So strange. The world on the dome is full of strange and hazardous phenomena called anomalies. Most of them can injure, kill, or irradiate you. To detect and temporarily deactivate the anomaly, use the bolt throwing ability. +1 radiation.
Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it.
Yeah, bolt throwing. Here, okay. I've done the thing. I'm gaining radiation, it's not good. Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna die here. Where am I supposed to go?
Don't touch the relics with your hands, employee.
Oh, use the scanner. Oh, okay.
Sickness will not add to your knowledge. Journal entry. Successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far.
Alright. Go ahead. I need to go ahead. But I've got so much radiation already. Can I go home? I think I'm throwing this up here. This is a bit silly. Gonna go through there? Yes, okay. I'm gonna scan this.
Don't touch the relics with your hands.
No, I didn't.
Use your scanner.
I used the scan.
Sickness will not add to your knowledge. Journal entry.
Oh wow, he's mean.
And again, watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be injured.
Scanning. Alright, now it works at least.
Journal entry. All 3 objects have been successfully scanned. Come upstairs, employee.
Oh, that was strange. He didn't help as much as I wanted him to. So what about the radiation now? Like, am I about to die? Radiation 51. Alright. Heal me.
Sebastian meets you on the platform.
Your finishing time is within the acceptable range.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time.
I'm just gonna wait and see what he's gonna say next.
The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning. Why do you think they appeared? I'd like to hear your opinion.
Alright, as a blue wing, I can say that the anomalies maybe sense electronics.
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
I knew you'd come up with something like that. I see you understand nothing about the nature of anomalies. So let me add a couple of points.
How would I understand anything if you haven't said anything about it?
He glances at the shimmering blue light in the eco zone.
The truth is, we don't know the precise reason for these phenomenon either. We actually know nothing, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves otherwise.
Yeah, but I'm wrong, right? Of course.
Sebastian points a thin finger at the clustered lightning.
I personally believe that the anomalies are the dome's security mechanism. The ones you saw are relatively harmless, but there are different anomalies in the desert, phenomenon that toy with the human mind.
Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand and solve the secrets of the universe during their coffee break. For some reason, no one wants to understand that fundamental science is always an investment in the future. It produces no answers here and now.
The White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
If something terrible happens under the dome one day, and I'm sure it will, science will protect no one. That is all. Off you go.
Okay. Okay, so... what's my quest now? What do I have to do? Newcomer thingy. The scanner, right. You've completed combat training, learned how to scan relics and collect your weapon and uniform. The crash course is completed. Head to the waiting area where the bus will take you to Magellan Station. The waiting area. Okay, but have I stolen everything already? Is there anything that is still up for grabs? Fire extinguisher, okay. No, that's it. The waiting area, I suppose that's back outside again. Can I get this? Can I steal from you? I can. Bottle of alcohol and mercury. Medcom, what's that do? In front of you is a high-tech device that provides medical care without the participation of a doctor. An order sheet with a pair of blue seals is placed on top of the service cost table. Judging by the text of the order, employees of the Concord station and newcomers are provided with medical care free of charge. Okay, please remove radiation from the body. A metallic voice sounds from the speaker. Step under the sprayer. A jet of rapidly evaporating decontamination solution is poured over you from head to toe. The manipulator hanging above you performs an injection into your arm, leaving it a tidy, slightly bleeding point. You hear the metallic voice again. Possible side effect, vomiting. Please turn away from the machine. There's a drain hatch on the floor. This is funny. To be said, there's a leaflet. Let's have a look at that. Dome's anomalies. It's no secret that the Dome regularly surprises its researchers. We at Cronus prefer to deal with problems rationally. All surprises must be recorded and studied, and the results copied into the appropriate regulatory documents. Our employees' lives depend on it. One of the most common hazards on the Dome is anomalies. The origin and mechanisms of actions are still being studied by the committee's best minds. But one thing is certain, you must always be on guard in their vicinity. First, do not approach any type of anomaly without protective equipment. Ionizing radiation is the most frequent danger posed by these phenomena. In addition, electric shock and alternating gravitational field, airborne toxins, and spontaneous combustion can occur. Remember, Cronus insurance only partially covers medical expenses. In case of damage to your health, purchase medication from certified vendors. If you must traverse an anomaly's area of effect, the committee's scout will recommend using standard bolts. Anomalies tend to respond to the movement of physical bodies of almost any size. Throwing a bolt from a safe distance will trip the anomaly, after which the reboot phase begins. Until this phase is complete, the volume around the anomaly is relatively safe. Note, Blue Wing urges you not to remove bolts from working equipment and not to purchase them from the Orange Wing employees. If needed, contact the warehouse for supplies. Oh, this is really funny. There's a container here with relic dust. What does that do? Rapid fall for the relic extraction inevitably comes at a cost. These tiny fragments and particles of forefathers' relics still retain their unusual properties. It was revealed that the dust somehow locally distorts space-time in a small area near itself, thereby slowing down time for those who are inside the cloud of these relic particles. You can also throw them at your buddies. I take it. There's a flower pot. Oh, there is money in the flower pots. Okay, I think I've got everything. There's a trash bin here that I probably missed. Am I being decontaminated? Yeah.
For decontamination to end.
Well, they would have done that here too. That's okay. Trash bin, please.
Welcome under the dome. An amazing excursion to a world
Nothing in here. Okay, so we'll go back to where we came from then, right? Where did I come from? Here.
Ed, spit it out. I can see that something's bothering you.
Well,
Is this where I came from?
it's a bit of a private employee. Please come here.
God.
Urgent task.
Come
An urgent task. It's got a secret. Inactive spherical relic. Report on stolen relics. Wait, there are lockers over there. I haven't been in here. Janitor scales. Let's go and steal some more stuff. Another mop, maybe?
Well, there's something else.
I need to go sell all that stuff that I'm stealing. There's a trash bin. Is it on this level or is it below? Anything in here? Okay. Handful of earth. I'm gonna pass. Thank you. What was that note now? Classified. For the eyes of Magellan Station Security Chief Willem Dell. 3 waste crates from your station have been seized at the spire for inspection. Hidden cavities in the form of false bottoms were discovered containing over 250 kilograms of smuggled relics, 2 of which are in the highest category of rarity. In order to deceive the scales, some of the relics lightened the weight of the load. Over $1 billion worth of stolen goods almost walked past our final security cordon and onto the black market. This is a situation of utmost severity. You must take immediate steps to identify these criminals. I have no doubt this operation is beyond the abilities of a single person. I expect results within the month. P.S. Find attached a full list of the stolen relics with their associated characteristics and a copy of our inspection protocol. Rudolph Maycroft, Head of Customs, Spire Station. The audit results and a list of stolen relics with their characteristics are attached to the letter. Great, so now I'm running around with a stolen relic. That is great. What did you want to talk about?
Oh, hello there.
Tall blonde man in his 40s mechanically touches the brim of his black cap, then extends his hand for a shake. His fingers are rock hard. He withdraws his hand as soon as you touch it. The badge on his broad chest reads, Adolf Schmitz, Head of Security. Schmitz is studying you back, disapprovingly it seems. He wipes a bit of lint off your shoulder and adjusts the collar of your jumpsuit. Your uniform could use a wash, badly. I'm Adolf Schmitz, Head of Security Service. You were to be sent to Magdalene, but there was a change of circumstances. Black nods towards the door behind him. I've got an urgent order for you. Your help is needed at a nearby object. Mr. Kingsley is waiting right now to give you your assignment. He'll tell you everything himself. Adolf steps aside, glancing down at your boots. He shakes his head morosely. As a Blue Wing, I can ask why he needs me and not the other Blue that arrived with me. Because he doesn't speak English, but yeah, sure. Schmitz takes a small notebook from his pocket and quickly thumbs through it. One moment, it's all in here. Right. Your colleague's name is Igor Potinen. It says here he doesn't speak English. Furthermore, his specialization is architecture. I doubt the problem at Nashville has anything to do with architecture. Alright, I've got some business to attend to. I'm gonna return later. No, I'm gonna agree. Sure. Schmitz steps aside, inviting you to enter. Come in, please. The video phone is on the wall over there. The video phone. The boxes, but they're not in this room. Video terminal.
The giant display glows welcomingly when you approach. A red light comes on under the screen's steel hood. The camera is switched on. A gray old man with high cheekbones appears and squints out at you from the screen.
Do you copy?
He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base. We were supposed to meet in person, but unforeseen circumstances prevented that. One moment. I'll grab your file.
Interesting.
He reaches for something out of view and produces a thin folder with your name on the cover. Apparently, your file. Kingsley opens the folder to thumb through the pages. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
Well, well. So you're in Blue Wing. A solid choice. Does it run in the family? Or did the role attract you for some other reason?
I can say family tradition, tinkering with machinery. Oh, I want... What? I want to help advance the arms industry. No. I like tinkering with machinery.
Martin's gaze grows a little bit warmer.
I know well what that feels like.
He quickly jots something down in your records. Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of him.
Thank you for your reply. I learned a little more about you. Now I want you to learn a little bit more about us. Keep in mind, this is not a rehearsed speech.
He assumes a serious expression.
When the dome was discovered in 1971, it became a scientific and media sensation, a worldwide phenomenon, and likely the most significant discovery in the history of mankind.
Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see. You were enticed here by radio advertising, telefilms, and all those interviews, billboards at every turn. Cronus wants the world to see the dome as a stage where something merry and fascinating is going on. But now that you're actually here, I want you to see the real picture.
Oh, now it gets interesting.
You can't make out his eyes behind the glare on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside the dome. It's neither a treasury of technologies nor a cemetery of the ancients. Perhaps what we're doing now is defusing the world's most complicated bomb. Will our mission thrive? I believe so. If we work together and everybody does their part.
Bomb?
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what must be done. Because that's what the concept of the 5 wings is all about.
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from Blue Wing. You're looking at the world's most complicated infrastructure, and that complexity keeps growing. Your duties are not limited to maintenance and service. You'll be keeping up the image of the world in its accustomed form. Without hot water and electricity, people will revert to beasts in an astonishingly short order, though it might seem that.
Putting the folder aside, he sits back and stares at you in silence. It gets so quiet that the ticking of a clock can be heard through the speakers. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech, but I prefer to talk about real-world problems. Glad to meet you.
Well, glad to meet you too.
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting. Now, as we don't have much time, I'd like to get to the point. I'm sure you're curious why you were taking off the bus to Magellan and brought here instead.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to show you a short video. Please pay attention.
All right.
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications. I'd have assigned someone from Magellan, but I'm short on personnel. That's why it has to be a newcomer. I apologize again for the rush, but it seems I have no choice.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing the materials for this mission, I came across a short documentary film about the complex. I think you should watch it.
The speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title, The Cronus Archive 1971 to 1974, was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom.
All right, let's watch it.
The shadow of an airplane flies across a faded yellow desert. A cheery voice fills the room. Every day, our researchers uncover more and more of the dome's secrets. There is no doubt the underground structures, so-called objects, are organized according to some pattern. Though early on, the importance of the relics to scientific research was considered insignificant. The desert dims into the black of a chalkboard. White lines drawn by an invisible hand begin to sketch a schematic of the dome. The narrator continues. By 1972, however, many important discoveries had come to light in a period of only a few months, and the construction of stationary research bases adjacent to the more promising objects began. Personnel moved into Ankara in May of 1972, and within half a year, Boston and Dessau were also brought into service, though the biggest discovery was yet to come. The picture changes to a chasm suffused with electric light, people bustling about everywhere.
I skipped that, but you can go back, so... November of 1973, a massive network of underground caves, a structure of hitherto unseen complexity, was discovered in Sector C12. Soon afterwards, the construction of C12 Nashville began.
The camera glides through dim caverns as the silhouettes of bizarre mechanisms emerge. Metal structures loom up from the dark, surrounded by earth-moving machines and exhausted miners wearing orange jumpsuits. The speaker continues. C12 Nashville is an innovative research complex located atop the primary relic mining location. The complexity of this object is unique. Communications... The film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified. Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both special qualifications and special clearance level, though yours will do for your task.
What is my task?
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville base stopped transmitting and receiving signals yesterday evening. A reconnaissance group was sent out earlier today, but we haven't heard anything from them yet either.
The chief officer rubs his forehead.
Normally, I would never give this task to a newcomer like yourself, but I just don't have enough people.
He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking someone with your specialization. The communication problem appears to be more severe than I thought. Nashville's technicians could use another Blue Winger's help.
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville, figure out whatever's behind the communication problem, get in touch with the group, and work with them to solve the problem.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent, but a small delay is acceptable if there's anything you need to settle here first. That is all. Any questions?
No, I'm alright. No questions, thank you.
Kingsley's hand reaches toward the camera.
Great to hear. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you later.
Hopefully. Prepare yourself to leave the base's defensive perimeter and venture into the outside world of the dome, where you must rely solely on yourself and your companions. Check your gear one last time and go to the orange truck waiting for you in the garage, on which you will continue your journey to Nashville facility. Okay, lots of quests updated. Cool. Cool, I think this is where we're going to stop this. I have a decent impression now of how the game is. I hope you do too. It's good. I would love for all of this, all the dialogues to be voice acted. Sadly, they're not. But what is voice acted are the main quest lines, and it's done really well, I think. I was confused by the scanning, but, you know, we figured it out eventually. It looks fun. We've seen combat in a training session, yes, but I don't know, it could be good. I'm very intrigued by the story. Nashville, the dome, what's going on here. It's cool. I like it. This key was provided to me. I have not paid for the game. I was glad I could try it out. I hope you enjoyed this too. Do you like classic RPGs? Do you play those too? Are you interested in Encased? Have you maybe already played this game in early access? Please let me know in the comments below the video. Click the like button if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and, you know, maybe hop on over to my Twitch streams. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next video.